Now, like I said, we're going to start with our usual daily reading from Robert Greene's new book, The Daily Laws. Today, it's November 19th, and we have a very applicable passage for today. It's shorter than yesterday, but still important. So here, November 19th, it's titled Destiny. It says at the top, first, a quote from Cicero. "The true self of each person is the mind. Know, therefore, that you are a god. For a god is someone who moves, who feels, who remembers, who looks into the future, who rules over and guides and directs the body he is master of, just as that supreme God directs the universe. And just as this eternal God controls the universe, which is partly mortal, so too your eternal spirit directs your fragile body." That's a quote from Cicero. Now, the passage is pretty short here today, again, titled Destiny. It says, "In ancient times, many great leaders, such as Alexander the Great and Julius Caesar, felt that they were descended from the gods and part of the divine. Such self-belief would translate into high levels of confidence that others would feed off of and recognize. It became a self-fulfilling prophecy. You do not need to indulge in such grandiose thoughts, but feeling that you are destined for something great or important will give you a degree of resilience when people oppose or resist you. You will not internalize the doubts that come from such moments. You will have an enterprising spirit. You will continually try new things, even taking risks, confident in your ability to bounce back from failures and feeling destined to succeed. The daily law, you're destined to accomplish great things, and by thinking that, you will create a self-fulfilling dynamic." It's so true, so applicable into our trading. I was talking to a guy here in St. Pete. His name is Matt. He's been trading for a while. We had oysters yesterday, and we were talking about how he has had a lot of psychological transformations over the last year that's showed him that he has to see himself as a successful trader before he can actually be it. And there's a famous, not so famous if you don't follow Russ, but there's a famous Russ quote from a song. Russ is a rapper, and he says, "I was rich when I was broke," because what he's meaning there, and he explains it in the song, he was rich in his mindset before he actually had the financial backing to do that, before he had the money in the bank, because it all starts in the mind. You manifest that reality. You do fulfill, you create that self-fulfilling prophecy with enough self-belief. And that's why they say, like, if you have cancer or if you're sick or whatever it may be, if you're going through something, you've got to believe you're going to work through it or you never will. The people that are, because really what it is at that point, if you convince yourself that, let's say you have cancer and you're going to get over the cancer, you're going to beat it, you're going to beat it, you're going to beat it. If you keep telling yourself that, you're relieving stress. You're relieving real chemical hormones out of your body. You're getting rid of them, and that allows the body to heal and potentially get rid of that cancer. So I think in a lot of ways, it does start in our mind. And in our trading, if we come to the desk fearful, come to the desk without confidence, if you come without a system, what you're going to end up doing is fulfilling that prophecy of failure. And if you're not applying the right mindset to those failures, you're never going to learn, you're never going to grow. Whereas if you come to the desk with a mindset of, hey, I've learned from my mistakes, I'm not a guru, but I've learned from my mistakes, and I know what I know, and I know what I don't know, and I'm going to get this, I'm going to continue to grow, I'm going to be confident, then that's the prophecy that you're going to fulfill. Super applicable into our trading. So next week, what are you going to do? What are you going to do over the weekend to help build your confidence for next week? Next week is a bank holiday here for Thanksgiving towards the end of the week. We know it's a little bit slower. So what are you going to do in the beginning of next week in particular to really turn it up, to really kind of shut off the insecurities and fall over the confidence that you have about yourself and your trading?